I'm still not apologizing to Slazo. I'm apologizing to anyone who thought that I was calling someone a rapist. Probably should have worded it better, right?
I have literally owned pet rocks with more self-awareness than this guy. Hi, I'm Tommy C, and yes, this is Shot from the Point News, and yes, I had a massive shaving accident while trying to trim my goatee. So go to work in the comments. But I have something more interesting. Weest, who was named as an accomplice by ImAllexx himself, and who made a public statement accusing Slazo of being a sexual abuser. And you should watch this guy. So he comes back, and I guess he claims he hasn't been paying attention to what's going on. Most of the people involved in this, the main players, are they're losing subs, and Alex is a minus 2,000 at this point. But Weest seems to be a special case because he's actually not that well hooked up with the clique. And during the stream, he clearly states that he doesn't know Alex that well. He doesn't know he doesn't know Slazo that well, but he knows he's a sexual abuser because he believes Che, who he knows lied. That's what we're talking about here. So I got a couple of clips here, and we're going to be covering this guy on the podcast tonight. This is him finding out about a potential Mr. Mediger video or stream. It's pretty amusing.
Can't wait to see you in a Mr. Metalker video, buddy.
I have no idea who that is, but I appreciate it. Thank you for the 2. But yeah, I don't, like I said, I stand behind the things that I said. I think that was is that supposed to be a threat, man?
Yeah,
let's look up who this guy is. I think I am to be intimidated by, I believe, this person's sub count. Or what am I to be intimidated by? I'm not sure.
I made the mistake of attempting to defend you on iFunny Omega Live.
Why would you do that, Discordant Chaos? Yeah, no, I'm moving on. I'm not... Okay, cool. He's an... Oh...
That was good. That guy. Yes. I've been a victim, but I did nowhere nearly as big a stupid thing as you have. Wester keeps doubling down. It doesn't make any sense, and we're gonna get to more of it. My team is in the middle of chopping his asinine statements. He should have took the advice of his own fan base and just not said anything. I'll be perfectly honest with you. But I'll be perfectly honest, be totally transparent. I had my guys in there answering questions. And they answered questions like, where do you stand on Slazo? We're talking about bans, followers-only streams. I'm surprised they didn't flip it to sub-only. And I think people had a right to go in there and ask him respectfully. One of my guys, Santa Claus, talked to him respectfully. He was immediately banned. And then he ended up banning the word Slazo. So he attempts to pull this sort of this image of full transparency when he's clearly not being transparent at all. But here's some more stuff. I'm actually going to be reacting to some of this stuff for the first time. Some of the stuff I was actually there for. I got woken up.
So, yeah, I think one of my mods blacklisted Slazo's username because of people just coming and asking the same question over and over. It's just spam at that point.
I like money.
This is the best.
I've never personally interacted with Shay. I think she DM'd me and I sent her a heart. But yeah, I was never a part of the group chat. Never in it. I'm in group chats with my friends, but I'm in a group chat like for VidCon, and I'm in a group chat for a project that we've all been working on together for a few months, completely unrelated. It's about someone who's using their platform to spread hatred.
Oh boy.
You holding
So he freely admits right there that he doesn't know Shay that well. He sent her a heart once, but he was, as you can see here, imagine sexually abusing somebody and blaming it on your hormones. Slazo, it really looks like you pulled a effing oopsie that you won't recover from. Honk, honk. Well, the oopsie seems on the people that completely mischaracterized this. He admits in the stream that she may have not have been forthcoming, but he continues to believe her, which is doubling down. It's doubling down on a rape accusation. And he keeps on saying there's a difference between sexual abuse and a rape allegation. And if you check the definition, calling somebody a sexual abuser implies force of some kind. It may not imply, but it does imply force. I think the worst thing you could accuse, and the only thing that Slazo copped to, was manipulation. And we're talking like, oh, come on, baby, please, 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 please. 16-year-old boy. And somehow he has to retroactively take responsibility for the asshole teenager he was and should lose his whole career. And, to the point where he won't recover from it, according to the pet rock.
So I don't agree with this tweet anymore because Slazo will recover from this. But in his response and everything, he says that I was a teenage boy and stuff like that, and that's not a justification. Like, yeah, sometimes my testosterone is high and I'm a dickhead to my
I don't know if it's a justification as much as it's reality that we don't hold children or teenagers to the same standards we hold adults. And we're holding an adult Slazo to a teenage standard and saying we have to destroy him. And not only this guy, he doesn't know the accuser at a personal level, but he felt strong enough to speak out about it. Put his foot in the arena. And it actually appears that this, I don't know whether he's in call or not. It's tough to tell if Alex is telling the truth on just about anything. But he stuck his neck out there to virtue signal over something to virtue signal over over somebody he knew nothing about. And he well knows that a lot of these allegations have been debunked, and that Che, the accuser, is completely incredible because of checkable lies and clear misdirection. But he believes her. He still believes he's a sexual abuser. He claims, I never called him a rapist, just a sexual abuser. Yeah, okay. That won't have an impact. Even though they have never provided any evidence and the accuser has been proved to have zero credibility. But he still believes her. It's very much reminiscent of the ImAllexx stunt. So watch our friend here slowly but surely everything about this guy's half-assed. So he's going to take responsibility, but not. Just like you saw in the clip in the beginning of this. I'm sorry I didn't say it better. Like, we're all stupid. Being a jackass boyfriend is not necessarily being a sexual abuser. That's just a word or a platitude you can stand on so you can seem important. And clearly, you're not equipped for this.
My girlfriend. You know what I do? I go rub one out. But yeah, I mean, like, hormones are a real thing, but they're not excuses, right? Anybody who uses their hormone imbalances and stuff like that to justify anything like that, it's kind of...
Anything like what? Anything like what? Yes, we know he didn't go over there when she's on her period. Yes, we know that he suggested that she go off her medicine, which is rotten. There's no doubt about it. But we don't hold adults. I was always told when you're 18, you get a clean slate. But no. These jackasses think you should be completely destroyed. And the allegation was sexual assault. And his allegation was sexual abuse, which, if you look at the definition right now, implies force. And the force that she claimed was debunked. Was completely debunked. She talks about the time in the movie theater, right? And and later we found out that the movie theater, she was just as sexually aggressive as he was, but presented it in a manner where he was the aggressor and she was uncomfortable. And we see DMs later that they were both aggressive, which would have shocked for teenagers. But he's still an abuser, according to Hillbilly Bob here.
But
she told everybody in the movie theater. He was sexually aggressive, and I wasn't ready, and I thought that's what you're supposed to do. And then we have DMs, saying that she enjoyed it, that she was just as freaky as they were, as he was. But that doesn't count for Weastoner. That doesn't mean a thing to him. It's semantics. Really incredible. Now we go to the followers only chat.
Sorry, I hate skipping donations like that. Paradox, thank you for the 2. And then apologize with the 2.
What up, ding dongers?
I'll let this one play.
GG mods.
Freedom of speech.
Ty for banning my bit donations for asking a question. This looks good for you, don't it, Chief?
Yeah, we have a rule in my stream that's no drama. Keep it lighthearted.
But he kept on answering these questions constantly. He couldn't walk away from them.
So my mods are just doing the job that I've told them to do for the past 2 years. But as I no longer or never have agreed with the perception that I'm calling someone a rapist, because I don't believe Slazo was a rapist. I believe he was an abuser and a gaslighter. I will be deleting this tweet. Feel free to archive it or to take a screenshot of this for your own personal use. But I don't agree with the idea that I called someone a rapist.
All right, let's look up sexual abuse. He read this at the stream at some point. Sexual abuse is also referred to as molestation. That was debunked. That accusation. It was usually undesired sexual behavior upon one person or another. Well, we also had situations that were debunked where she claimed she wasn't interested in sexual activity, and in those same cases, Slazo was able to show that she was very much interested and talked about it afterwards in their DMs. It is often perpetrated by using force or taking advantage. Using force. Well, we know that was debunked by Slazo's video. You're accusing the guy of a crime. Sexual abuse is a crime. If there's force, molestation, undesired sexual behavior on one another, I would imagine if I were to walk up a woman and rub her shoulders and she told me to stop, I kept doing it, that would be sexual. That could be sexual assault. So sexual abuse is a pretty serious allegation. The idea that you said, well, I didn't say he penetrated her and that makes it better is just wild. And the arrogance is truly unbelievable. His arrogance is just unbelievable. He claims people of making semantic debates, and he's very happy to make ones of his own. Okay, let's try to wrap our heads around this. All right. He supported a person, Jay, who made a sexual assault, it's in her tweet longer, allegation against Slazo. He publicly supported that allegation at the time. All right? And he says he stands by 99% of what he said. All right? And what he said, what he deleted is that I didn't accuse him of rape. I called him a sexual abuser. I don't know about you, but being called a sexual abuser and a rape, I don't know if it makes that much difference. I guess I'd rather be called a sexual abuser than a rapist, but they're both crimes. They're both crimes. And everything, the main points of that twit longer that actually rose to the level of sexual abuse has been debunked. The only thing he ever copped to is being a dick. That's the only thing he ever copped to. So he tells you you're stupid why I have to delete this tweet while calling him a sexual abuser because you didn't understand that he really didn't mean rape. Hey, I got news for you. It doesn't really matter whether you meant rape or not. You've accused him of a crime from an uncredible source. A source that you said, and we'll have this on Shot from the Point tonight, was not forthcoming with the truth. And yes, she lied. He acknowledges at point that she was lying, yet he still supports her. The person who made a sexual assault crime, and only has a problem with the fact that people are accusing him of being a rape accuser. Oh, no, you're a sexual assault accuser by proxy, and you're a sexual abuse accuser directly, and your excuse for that stupid tweet was people are too dumb to understand what you're saying. Pet rock.